Hi, hello, it's Emma. Welcome to a new weekly vlog. Not sure what's going on this week. I'm working 5 days again from Monday to Friday. We'll see what we got going on in the evenings because during the day I'm at work. Maybe I could take you along on a work day with me, but probably not because I work in a lab and we're not really supposed to film. So anywho, I just closed out last week's weekly vlog, so if you recognize this area, this outfit, that's why. And tonight I'm saying we because my whole family and I are going to my grandma's house for supper. It's her birthday, so that's going to be fun. And then coming home and relaxing, going to bed, and then going to work tomorrow morning. So yeah, anywho, I hope you enjoy. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. It's currently Monday. I just finished work like an hour ago, and I'm actually in the Walmart parking lot because I just went grocery shopping. Well, grocery shopping is a big word. Actually, the whole turn of events here, like what happened after work, is that I had someone coming to pick up plants at my dad's place. I live in the boonies, so no one ever wants to come out to pick up plants at my house. So I always go to my dad's house because it's in a more densely populated area of our area of like where we live. Anyways, I had a meetup with a lady who's coming to pick up 2 plants, and I'm on my way to my dad's house, and the lady texts me and she's like, hey, I can't come tonight. I have like something happen and blah, 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 blah. That really puts me in a bad mood because at 3:30 I had texted her saying, hey, I'm leaving from work. I'll meet you, whatever. She's like, okay, perfect. And I mean, I know things happen and like sometimes you can't make it to your appointments, but goodness gracious. Anywho, she did say that she was gonna come by tomorrow, which is great because I already had someone else picking up a plant. So I mean, going to my dad's tomorrow I was already going there anyways. So I don't mind that. And she sent me the money, so I know she's coming. You know, at least she told me, because sometimes people will make me wait at my dad's, which is like a waste of my time because I could have just gone home, and then don't text me to tell me that they're never coming. They just like ghost me, which really annoys the heck out of me. So anyways, this lady was very nice. Oh yes, this is the second thing that happens. Then I found a Facebook Marketplace listing for a Hoya Matilde splash, and there was like 5 of them. And 2 of them were like super splashy, and then the other 3 were like meh, like regular Matildes. So I texted the girl, I'm like, hey, I want either this one or that one. And she's like, oh, well, that one's sold. There's only the other one left. And I was like, say less, I am coming. So yeah, I went to pick up a Hoya Matilde splash. Look at her. She's really cutie. So I like her a lot. I'm very excited. Like a cutesy Matilde splash on a circle trellis. I love. I thought I'd show you guys what I got at Walmart because if I'm going to spend money, then I might as well show you. Make it fun for me. A lot of people are like driving by and like staring at me. So anyways, everything is like beverage related, like what I got. I got 3 herbal teas. So I got this peach mango one. I like a good like green tea or just like a chamomile tea, like something very basic and like leafy tasting, I guess. Like to me, a green tea tastes like green. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, my boyfriend does not. He likes sweet teas. So any like fruity teas he loves, so that's why I got the peach and mango one. I also love peach and mango, so that's good. And then I got this sleepy time tea, which I don't know what's the, oh yeah, okay, here are the ingredients: chamomile, spearmint, lemongrass, tilia flowers, blackberry leaves, hawthorn, and rosebuds. So I've been looking for, I don't have a sleepy time tea, and I don't know, I like drinking a little tea before going to bed. And I've actually been trying to drink more tea instead of coffee. Like, not replace my morning coffee, because I will always have my morning latte. Like, you cannot take that away from me. But maybe, like, tea in the afternoon, because a lot of the times I'll have 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day. So I'm trying to limit myself to 1 because I'm not trying to die at like 35. Anyways, that's the second tea I'm getting, or I got. And then this is the third one. It's a summer fruits herbal tea. I don't know. It looks good. And then the other thing I got was just some oat milk. Like I said, I'm never going to replace my coffee. So I got 2 of my oat milks because I need that. I hate milk, like regular cow milk. Could not live if I had to drink that. And then the other thing that I got is for my boyfriend again, is his creamer because he likes a maple latte, I guess. No, but he just puts like creamer in his coffee in the morning, and we're actually running low on creamer. It's 5 o'clock now. I want to go home, or I'm gonna go home. I got this as well because I was looking at the teas. I'm like, I'm really thirsty. I want something to drink. So I got a tea, a nice tea. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna drive home now. And in order not to like break my camera, I'm not gonna drive with it on or get caught by the cops because that would be worse. I don't want a ticket. Hey, good morning. It's currently Tuesday. I'm about to leave for work. I just got out of the shower. So I'm brushing my hair. Yesterday was like a super gloomy day. Yesterday we were Monday, yeah. It was a super gloomy day. Raining all day. And then we got like 10 minutes of sun at the end of the day, which was really nice because I haven't seen the sun in ages. Like, honestly. So I was very excited about seeing that. I'll maybe see you guys tonight. Nothing really planty going on this week. I don't have any packages or like things to install. I'm still hoping to get the vittsjo shelf like up and running, but the thing is, a lot of the plants that I want to put up there are in like 100% humidity right now, so I need to like acclimate them down, and I feel like that might be a process like over a week long. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm a little scared because they're begonias too. You know, I have this huge begonia ferox. If you follow on Instagram, you'll see it. I post it kind of often. That one just was never in 100% humidity and it did perfectly fine. So we'll see how I do that. And then the other thing is I bought like yew trellises for Hoya, and they're too tall to go in between the shelves of the vittsjo, which kind of sucks because I don't know where I'm going to put those Hoya on the trellises. I have to find like smaller trellises. Yeah. So if you have any suggestions, leave them down below. I was talking about the like circle trellises. I know they have some on Houseplant Essentials, so I'll have to look there. We're currently still Tuesday. Yeah, the last segment I filmed was this morning, so it's the same day except we're in the dark now. Power went out for no reason other than wind, so that's quite annoying. Anyways, I'm coming to you by candlelight. If you can probably tell, the lighting's kind of weird. Let me show you. I think our evening is just gonna be doing nothing, like going to bed early. I don't know. What time is it, babe?
About 8:15, 8:20.
Well, there you go. So honestly, I'm trying to upload a video to YouTube right now, and my computer is at 7%. So the computer is plugged in my car, and my data on my phone, like my LTE, is powering the Wi-Fi on my laptop that's plugged in the car to upload this YouTube video. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Anywho, that's it for me this evening. I'm gonna go be bored until I fall asleep. Hi, good evening. It is currently Thursday night. I didn't film yesterday. I didn't have time, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really do anything. Nothing very exciting happened on Wednesday. So yeah, didn't do any plant chores, just kind of went to work and then came home. So that's that. However, I did win a giveaway, which is really, really exciting. I won the Understory Labyrinth giveaway. If you know Melody from Understory Labyrinth, then you know that she makes the prettiest pink pots I've ever seen. They are self-watering pots for Pinguicula, which are a carnivorous plant. And the giveaway was for a mystery pot. So I have no idea what I'm getting, but I'm very excited about that. It actually shipped today, so I don't know when that's gonna come because it's coming from the US, so it might take a little while, but we'll see. I'm very, very, very excited to receive it and super grateful because honestly, I never win anything. Like giveaways, I can enter 1,000 times and still not win them. I mean, who does? So now this evening, I just relaxed. It's like 10. It's almost 10, so we're going to bed soon anyways, but I think we're going to watch like an episode of The Vampire Diaries. And yeah, I have a little bit of watering to do on one of the vittsjo shelves that I really want to get done because it's been a while and those plants are thirsty girls. So we'll do that quickly together, and then I'm just gonna watch TV and then go to bed. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It is currently Friday morning. I'm about to leave for work and the power goes out again. I don't know what is our curse this week. I was thinking of doing plant chores tonight. Like I have a few cuttings to pot up, like more watering to do, but I just remembered that I'm going bowling tonight, so I don't think that's gonna happen. Tomorrow, Saturday, I wanted to spend the day either at the coffee shop or maybe at the library to get some work done because I have a lot of unfinished assignments that I need to get done for the end of the semester. And I have a oral presentation, not next week, but the week afterwards, so I have to make the PowerPoint for that. So I was hoping on doing that either Saturday or Sunday. So that's like a full day gone. And then, yeah. So I'm sorry, this week wasn't very planty, but I don't know. It's like that sometimes, right? Hello guys, it is currently Saturday. So yesterday I went bowling, which was really fun, and then I came home. And now my boyfriend and I are out. Like I was saying, my boyfriend and I are going to the greenhouse because I need to get some pots for Pinguicula because I need to repot them. And yeah, just like a little outing, I guess, that we're doing this morning. I'm back from the greenhouse, and truth be told, I didn't buy any plants or like get anything fun because I was restraining myself, and my boyfriend was very proud of me. Like, we looked at all the plants and everything and didn't get anything. But really and truly, what I did go there to get were just like little pots like this because I'm going to pot up my pings that you probably can't see, but that I'll show you. I have like a ton. that need to be separated. So yeah, we're gonna do that together. And then I have other propagations that I need to pot up. Not sure if I'm gonna be doing that today, but hopefully. So we'll see how far we get with these pings. I really want to separate the big ones. So for instance, this cluster, these are, oh, I don't want this to fall. These are Pinguicula blush. So this cluster needs to be separated. I have a few Pinguiculatinas that need to be separated. Can you hear that? It's my stomach. I'm hungry. Yeah, see, these are leaf pullings that I took that, I mean, I could separate a few of them, but I'm probably not going to do that. So anyways, let's get into this. Clearly there's some Pinguicula blush in here. Okay. These were supposed to be Rotundifloras only, but clearly there's Pinguicula blush. So let me show you what we're working with, and then we'll start repotting them. I do sell some Pinguicula props, but I'm also going to be potting up things that I'm keeping for myself because, yeah, I have a lot of Pinguicula props. It's a little bit of a problem. Let me show you. This is what we're working with. We've got a lot of little props that need to be separated that I haven't done. So that's what's going on today. And I have other propagations upstairs that need to be potted up. So, oh yes, I also wanted to let you know that from the top part up, I am wearing something presentable and my pants. Oh, you can't even see. I'm in my PJs. Okay. I think maybe I should eat something. Let me go get myself a snack. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm really sorry. I wasn't able to get like a decent angle, but I did go have a snack. Well, a snack. I had breakfast basically. I had a bagel with cream cheese. And now I'm going to start with the little pink blush I was talking about. And we are going to start separating and repotting it. Hold on. I had tweezers somewhere. Here they are. Excuse the pants. Here is the new pots I will be using. I don't know why I'm doing this with, here, a white shirt on. That was very smart of me. There we go. I'm kind of cold though. Maybe I'll go change like halfway through this. Alrighty, let's get started. It's all coming out in one clump. Okay. I can't tell if you guys can see what I'm doing. Here, I'll zoom in for you. Okay, great. Oh, got one out here. Remove some dead leaves. Oops. It really doesn't matter. You can keep your leaves on if you want. I just prefer to remove them. All right, this thing is so tiny now. Oh my goodness. So I'm now going to move this aside. And I'm going to fill it with soil. So I have this bag of like pre-mixed soil. My mix is, what is it? Oh yeah, it's half like sphagnum moss, tourbe. I don't know how to say that in English. But anyways, it's that, and then half perlite. It's not the, like, I wouldn't recommend using that just because it's not good for the environment. Like, the harvest isn't good for the environment. I wouldn't recommend using that, but that's just what I have. I had a bag of that laying around, so I was like, you know what? Not using it would be bad for the environment too. So we're never gonna buy another bag, but we're gonna use it while we have it. That's like my motto. And I'm just using some distilled water to moisten just a tad. And then I'm gonna come like poke a little hole in the center and just drop in my ping like this. So I didn't remove all the dead leaves, but pretty much. So can you see? I'm so sorry if you can't see. Here we go. Here's the first cutie. Now we're gonna do all the other ones, and I'm actually gonna give you like a bird's eye view so that you can actually see what the heck is going on. So I just finished potting up all the pings that I wanted to separate and pot up. And now I'm just going to give them little name tags because I'm horrible with ping names. Like I know a lot, but I do forget them sometimes. So I just like to make sure I know exactly what variety they are, and I don't want to mislabel them, especially if a lot of these are going to be put up for sale eventually. Once they actually grow and look good to be sold, really, they will be. So I need to make sure that the ID is correct. So yes, this is how I do it. I have these little plastic tags. I know, very environment friendly, but it is what it is. And then for the actual printing of them, I have this little printer that connects to my phone. turn it on. We're gonna go into the templates. These are Pinguicula blush. And it's 1, 2, 3. I need 11 tags of this. So we're gonna print. And then they come out. So just cut it and then we'll print more. Alright, and if I need more, I will make more. I realize that my mic isn't on, so I'm really sorry for the audio. Here, let me put it on. Okay. That's not great. Okay. Just gonna pot her back in there. I don't know if you saw what happened, but oh, I also got changed because I was really cold. So just stick the little piece of paper onto this, and then it's just gonna go into the plant just like that. Super duper easy. And I'm gonna do that for all the other ones. Yay! Okay, great. So these are all my Pinguicula blushes. I have to add some water to them. Tina's are actually pretty large, so once they're acclimated and I know that they're like stable, so give them like 2-3 weeks, they'll be ready to go already because they are so big. So I have all these tiny ones here that are like in these tiny little pots, and I've been like struggling to keep them moist, so I'm going to put them into like actual pots so that way they'll be able to stay moist longer, because these don't have holes, so I can't just fill the tray with water. The little pots, these do, so that's why I like using them. So how many do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna fill 8 cups like this, and then we're gonna put them in, and I'll be able to just like water them like normal. These are all pinks that I want to keep for my, so these are all pinks that I want to keep for my personal collection, but I just don't have pots yet. I think you guys saw I want a pot from Understory Labyrinth. I think I talked about it, which is great. I'll be able to pot 1 or 2 of them in there, so that will be fun. But I do like to have like individual homes for all my little pingies. But this will just help me keep up with them, because a lot of them have actually went into dormancy. That's when there isn't enough water and the plants kind of get stressed out and then go into dormancy. So I want them to like exit that, because a lot of these pings I got for the flowers or like actual nice foliage. So yeah, I'm gonna make some pots like just really quickly, and then that'll be it. So my pings are all done. I actually brought them upstairs in the Millsbo cabinet where they live, and now I'm gonna tackle these props. I have some variegated string of hearts and some regular string of hearts, and I also have these, which are kind of special. These are variegated Falloppia multiflora, and they keep reverting back to completely white. So I'm going to be potting them up in a mix, and then I'm going to be trellising it and then putting it in a 100% humidity bin for the time being. I'm probably going to pot up the nicer ones, like 3. I think I'm going to pot up 3 or 4 together. I have 4, so I'm just going to pot all of them up together to create a lush plant. But they all seem to be reverting back to like all white or all pink. So we'll do that after the string of hearts. So I do sell propagations, but my main goal is to make sure that my plants look their best. So often, like if I'm propagating a plant, I'll keep 3 or 4 cuttings for myself, and then all of the other cuttings, I'll sell them if there's any extra. Sometimes I'll like propagate a plant and want to create a fuller one, so I don't sell any. I try to sell as much as possible, but I really don't compromise my plants. And it's always, when I prop something, it's for my consumption first, and then if there's any left over, then I will have some props. Especially with variegated plants, I tend to sell less because like all the babies are so cutie. Or, you know, I just never want to compromise my plant and like sell a cutting that's going to look better than my mother plant. But for instance, my begonia maculata is like 6 feet tall. I swear it's huge and it's just getting out of control. So I'm going to chop that right down to the base and I'm going to keep the base. It'll grow back. And then I'll pot in some more cuttings, but there's going to be so many cuttings that obviously I'm going to have some to sell later on. So that's like a good example of what I do. And this was exactly like my string of hearts is so long that I chopped it, and these are like all the nodes that I kept and just like threw into this little thing and that have rooted. So now these are going to be able to be sold. And I'm not keeping any because I already like my plant the way it is. And I don't need it any. Well, I mean, I guess I could make it fuller, but just not right now. I think eventually I will, but it grows so quickly that there's literally no problem. I have my soil bin over here. So yeah, we are gonna pot these up. I have these little pots. These are just 9-ounce drinking cups that I get at the dollar store and that I poke holes in at the bottom. Can you see that? I have a like soldering iron type thing and I just poke, here's one. I just poke some holes in there. I really and truly hate potting up string of hearts. They're such a pain in the butt. And I think that next time, if I were to do this again, I'd directly sew them, like put the cuttings directly into individual cups if my purpose is to sell them in the end. Because I feel like that would save me a lot of trouble. I don't know what to put. I think this one's nice. Oh yeah. Oh, this one's rooted. Okay, so this one's like super duper rooted. I don't know if you can tell really. So I'm gonna add this one. Oh, this would be so much easier if I just had put them in cups to begin with. And it's already shooting out new growth, except this is like a non-variegated. The pings and the string of hearts that I potted up are actually put away, and that's done. The pings are in the Millsbo cabinet, kind of just chilling under bright lights. The string of hearts are actually in my propagation bins, just so that they can grow out a little bit before I put them up for sale. That'll also help them. The fact that it's 100% humidity in there will help them kind of established, because I know some of the roots are kind of like out of the soil and not touching water. So this way, in 100% humidity, those roots won't be affected and will still be alive. So that was my reasoning behind that. They'll be in there for like a week or two, just the time that they establish, and then they're gonna go into ambient, because I only ever sell plants that are acclimated to ambient humidity. This is just because a lot of the people who do... Okay, Harry! So this is just like an important step, because a lot of the people who do buy my cuttings are beginners or don't really know much about houseplants and how to care for them. I was actually just hopping on here because this vittsjo shelf, the new one that we installed last week, is looking horrendous. When I say that all of the overflow plants ended up on here, so all the plants that are just not doing well, or like whatever, all the extra plants are kind of like sitting on the shelf right now, and it looks horrendous. Some of the plants are even dead. Let me show you. This is my Anthurium forgetii. It's not even in the pot anymore because it fell out. That's all I have to show for my Anthurium forgetii. So, you know, things like this need to be thrown out and gotten off the shelf. And then I need to put, like, plants that I actually like on there. But before I start, like, actually doing stuff, I wanted to kind of talk about the plants that are on the shelf and, like, what I will be doing with them going forward, because I don't think I'm going to be keeping all of them. So the first one I want to talk about is... This is a... What is this? It's an oxalis. I don't know which kind, though. Just like the purple variety. I love it so much. The leaves will open and close during like the day versus the night. So I really love it a lot. It's in a too small of a pot and it dries out constantly, and this is a result. So this needs to be up potted. I really want to keep it. I'm not getting rid of this one. One of my good friends that actually moved away from me gave this to me. So it is pretty special, and I definitely will be keeping it. It just needs to be up potted, and these things are like super resilient. This is not dead in any way. It's still fine. It just needs love. So, like I said, for the third time, this will need to be up potted before it goes back onto the shelf, but it will be going back onto the shelf. I find that that's the only way to keep them like under grow lights, is the best way to keep them from legging out like this. Like, this is very long stem. I like them when they're more short and compact. So I will be doing that. But this will be a keeper. Another plant on here is this peperomia, a pink lady. This one has been like throwing out all pink leaves, and it's potted in no drainage in soil in this little cute house planter. So this needs to come out of its pot. I'm thinking of putting a ping in here because that would be adorable, and they don't really need drainage. So yes, this one needs to come out and be rehabbed and then either sold or like propagated, trying to get back like some more green, because I already have another one of these in my collection. I think it's on the other vittsjo shelf. Oh no, it's in the acrobar cabinet, and it looks beautiful, like a lot better than this one. So that needs to be done. These are all like project plants up here. I just want to get them off and put some things that I actually like, so that it's less of an eyesore. And that was the whole goal with this shelf, is to like make it a nice space. The dogs are barking. I assume that my parents finally got home, so that's annoying. Okay, well, I'm really sorry. The dogs are barking in the background. If that's really annoying, I'm sorry, but I just want to film this part so I can start like cleaning the shelf actually. Right, so the next plant is this philodendron micans variegated. I have 2 pots of this, and they're both ugly. They just don't grow well. Like, I don't know if it's just my experience or everyone's experience, but the leaves, like, they'll be variegated and they'll be okay, but they just, like, grow like crap. They always have damage for some reason. I've treated for all the pests in the world, fungus, any like houseplant pest, like insect pest. I've done flat mites, like everything. I've treated for everything, and every single cutting, even if it comes from a wet stick, the leaves will come out super ugly. So here, this one's just like reverting. It's either giving me white leaves or it's giving me half moon or just plain regular leaves like this. So I don't know. That one's kind of like a lost cause at the minute. I think I'm just gonna chop that one up and then restart it completely. I mean, I've done this 3 times now, but I really just want a nice and pretty one. Why can't I just have that? Ugh. Alright, this plant is a Pothos Enjoy Lucy Gray. It's pretty, but I just don't necessarily enjoy the way it grows. I find that unless you're putting it on a moss pole, the leaves just kind of stay small, and I don't like the way it trails. It doesn't trail like a philodendron or another type of epipremnum. I don't know. I just don't like it, so I think I'm gonna cut it up, make cuttings, because this plant is ugly anyways, and like kind of rehab it a little bit and then sell it. I don't think I will be keeping this in my collection. I do think it's really pretty, but I'm really leaning into the carnivorous plants and the Pinguicula and Hoya this year. So if I can get rid of this one, then that makes room for another plant, obviously. Another plant on here that I think I've made up my mind and that I'm going to be getting rid of is my Epipremnum pinnatum albo. Again, these are really pretty when they size up and are on moss poles and have the fenestrations, but I think just the fact that I'm neglecting this like speaks on its own. I just don't love it as much as I love my other plants, and I think this one needs to go. Again, I will be chopping this because it looks disastrous. There's some like pretty albo leaves, but if not, it's pretty green. So I think I will be chopping this, rehabbing it, and then like selling it, getting rid of it, or giving it away. I don't know. We'll see. Another one that that I will be getting rid of and not be keeping in my collection is one that I've really thought about for a while, and I'm still torn, but I think that this would be the best decision. Okay, well, it's a Epipremnum aureum global green, so a global green pothos. I really love the green on green variegation that this plant has, but it grows like the Enjoy, and I just don't enjoy the way that those pothos grow. Like I said, I find them unsettling the way they trail. The leaves stay like relatively small. Like this philodendron is trailing, but the leaves are large for a trailing philodendron, and I really the Brazil I really love, but it just doesn't grow like that. Like I love a neon pothos. I love a neon pothos, but this just isn't the same. Like the leaves are like rounder and they don't get large unless you put them on a pole. They kind of look like the Mandula leaves, but smaller. And I don't know, I just don't really enjoy that. Well, this one is clearly like ugly as crap, but I do have other cuttings that are nice in my prop box. And honestly, I don't even think I'm going to be keeping this plant in my collection. I think I'm just going to get rid of all the cuttings I have. I think that's what I'm going to do. But then again, I say that every time and I end up keeping one cutting every time. And I always say that I'm going to get rid of it. Anyways, whatever. Now, another plant that I don't think I'll be keeping, but I'm really torn about this, is Philodendron squamiferum. I don't know. It's really pretty, and the petioles are so lovely, and I actually really, really like that about it, the fact that it has fuzzy petioles. This was my first like fuzzy plant, if you will. And I still do really like it. I find the leaves are pretty. They look like Florida Beauty leaves. But this particular one just felt like, look at this pot. It's full of hair. This one fell, and then my mom like just repotted it quickly, and then I just never ended up watering it, and it just looks neglected, and the leaves are yellowing and they just look bad. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is rehydrate it properly and then chop it and prop it. This will give me a few cuttings, so I'll definitely have one for sale eventually. But it's also going to give me time to think about it because I do want to keep it, I think. But at the same time, this specific plant is ugly. So by chopping it and propping it, it'll give me time to think. I still don't know, do I want it to trail or do I want to put it up on a pole? I have a philodendron Florida Ghost that is up on a pole right now, and this kind of gives the same vibe. Like the leaf shape is pretty much the same or similar in that case. So I'm thinking maybe to trail this one because although it's not the same vibe at all, if you know the Florida Ghost, that one comes in with white leaves and then turns green. This doesn't do that. It just has cool petioles. It still gives that kind of vibe, and it would probably be nice on the vittsjo, just like trailing down. But again, not sure. I need to think about it. I need to sleep on it. And yeah, so that's what's happening with this one. To like break it up a little bit, I will be keeping this Hoya. Obviously you saw in this vlog that I just bought it. It's really cute. This is Hoya Matilde Splash. She's really cute. I gave her a little trellis, so she'll be staying on this shelf, I believe. I just need to find either a cover pot or a saucer for this one. Another one that I will be keeping, but I will be repotting, is this Hoya globulosa. I was actually gifted this, and the girl who gave it to me was like, oh, it's been in this pot for 6 months. It's super well rooted, and it's like coming out of the pot, and it does have an activated growth point, but it is like just coming out of its pot. How does she even keep this watered? Anyways, so this will be getting a repot and then going straight back onto the shelf. Then I have this Anthurium forgetii I showed you already. This is just dead, so that's going to the garbage. I don't have anything else to say about that. A pain. I really loved it, but I don't think I will be getting another one anytime soon. Like to replace it. Then I have this cutie. She's really pretty. This is Alternantha Ficoida, Alternanthera, something like that. Anyways, party time. She has hot pink leaves, leafy variegation, and it looks really nice right now, kind of like tree form. So, I don't know. I might be cutting this back, but the cuttings are hard to root though. They're kind of difficult, so I might be chopping this back. I might just be keeping it. I think I'm going to keep it as it is for now. And then once it starts to grow more, because, you know, there's not a lot of space between the shelves. So this is like almost hitting the top. So when it does reach the top, then I'll chop it back. But I kind of like the way that it looks right now. So I'm going to be keeping it like that. Another plant that I have on here is this poor bear paw succulent. I don't know, like it just comes out of its pot. Like it desperately needs a repot, and it's like really sticky for some reason. And the paws are just falling off because it's just not well hydrated on any given day because of how tiny the pot is. So this definitely needs a repot. I don't know if I'm going to chop it and then sell it or if I'm just going to repot it and keep it. I'm still on the fence about this. I do think it's super cute, but just the fact that I'm not caring for it kind of tells me that like I don't enjoy it as much as somebody else would probably. So I'm gonna think about this one. I'll let you know. And then the last plant that is kind of like finding refuge on this shelf for the minute, or no, actually there's 2 left, is this Maranta red, like this red Maranta. She's pretty. She just needs to be like cleaned up, like just remove the dead leaves. And I think she's fine. Her pot was just like it's been repotted. It's not coming out. It just needs a cover pot or a saucer, and it's gonna go right back onto the shelf where it came from. I love her a lot. I think she's so pretty. And it's starting to trail too, so that's fun. And then really the last plant I have seeking refuge on this shelf is this Stapelia. Or no, it's not a Stapelia. It's a Senecio Stapeliformis. It's cute. It needs a repot. It always dries out. Yeah, it was sitting like in low light, so it doesn't look very good. But I think if I put it back onto the shelf with higher light, it will actually do something. I can see that it wants to grow. So I still love it. I'm going to be keeping it. I just need to get start actually giving it proper care so that it looks good. Okay, so these are all the plants that were on this shelf. I'm going to proceed to cleaning it and then placing plants back onto it, and then I'll show you the final result. Alrighty, so I'm pretty much done. It honestly doesn't look very good because the plants that I put on here are still very small, but I don't know, like a lot of these are begonias that were in 100% humidity, so I have to like acclimate them down. My plan for doing this, I've never really done it this way, but I kind of like don't want them to die, is to leave them out during the day on the shelves. And then when I get home from work, which is about 8 hours, I'll put them back into the 100% humidity bins. So during the day, they're going to stay on the shelf to acclimate to the temperature and the ambient humidity. And then at night, they're going to go into the 100% humidity bins to, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I'm sure they're going to be fine. I don't know how this lighting is looking like this. Ooh. Hi, it's Sunday. I'm currently editing the whole vlog, and I noticed that the last clip I filmed yesterday, which was showing the shelf and the new setup, was okay, but the audio was horrible. So I'm gonna quickly redo this, show you the end product, the final results, and just talk about the plants a little bit because I do like them a lot. So we kept the Senecio Stapeliformis on the top shelf, like where it was before. So that really didn't change. And then the other thing that didn't change is this Hoya Matilde Splash. Oh my goodness. This also stayed put right on the shelf. Obviously, I didn't really speak about this, but the Philodendron Brazil, it's attached to the wall. I think I showed you that last week. So that can't move. It's staying here forever. I love her. Something that did change, though, was I added this begonia. What is this? Oh, yes. This is Begonia filiformis white form. I absolutely love this one. It is stunning. And the last addition to the top shelf is this Pinguicula. This is Pinguicula Sunshine that is in this little tiger pot. Is that a tiger or a leopard? I cannot tell. Harry! Then now down onto the second shelf, I have this cutesy little begonia pink spot from Haley, which is HL Plants on Instagram. I have this little begonia snow-capped variegated, as well as another Pinguicula. This one is Pinguicula Hanka. That's why I keep the tags on my Pinguicula. It's actually potted into a candle holder that is very cutesy. I also have this Hoya globulosa. Actually, we saw this Hoya, but I repotted it. Remember, it was in the tiny terracotta pot. So I repotted it into just a plastic pot with some fresh soil. Next, I put up this begonia rouge variegated. I love this one so much. It has a new leaf coming in that you can't see. I also added this one, which was already there. This is the alternanthera or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but the last part of its name is Party Time. So we'll call her Party Time. And the last one on the second shelf is Begonia Soli Mutata Variegated that I'm pretty sure is reverted, but it's cute anyways. And this one I got from HL Plants as well. So Haley, she's actually a plant collector in my area. We traded. So that's fun. And then the third shelf is empty and I actually removed it. Let me show you. Here are the remnants of the shelf. I actually removed it because I put an orchid and a monstera on the bottom shelf that are pretty tall. So they were actually hitting the lights and that's not good. That's going to burn the foliage. So I don't have that many plants right now to fill out this shelf anyways, so I thought might as well take this out while I can, let these plants grow, and then once I do accumulate more plants and I need more room, I'll just put this shelf back in. Like, it's not lost at all. On the bottom shelf is this orchid. This is just a regular Phalaenopsis that I got from my job, so it's sentimental. I don't think I would have kept this, but it was given to me from the golf club that I work at. So yes, I hope it puts out a flower. It hasn't flowered since I had it, but also I wasn't taking very good care of it. So now that it's going to be under lights and have room to grow, I hope it's going to put out a flower. Or flowers. And then the last plant that is on this shelf is this cutie Monstera aurea that was actually sitting in the window, and I think that's a northeast window that it was sitting in, and it was getting bleached. Like, you can tell the yellow on these leaves is super pale, and that's from sun bleaching. So being on the shelf further away from the light is probably going to help this one out. I also have like a gigantic Monstera aurea, but that one's in front of the lights, the standing lights. So I'm going to give you a quick little overview with the camera. I also have two plants that sit at the top. This one is the Ripsalis hulitiana, and this one is the Burrow's tail succulent that's just like trailing down the top of it. So let me show you all of this put together. This is where I said that the bottom shelf was taken out to make room for the orchid and the monstera. It looks great in my opinion. Here we go. That's what that looks like. Since I had the camera out already, I thought I'd take the opportunity to close out this vlog and say thank you so much for being here and watching this and coming back for week 2. I can't wait to share next week with you. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. And I hope you had an amazing week and have an amazing next week. So I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Yeah, I gotta know, yeah.